What is up, nerds? I am Taylor. Welcome to my channel, and this is my review of Ninja Funk, the trade paperback, Volume 1. I'm reading an advanced digital copy of it. I got it courtesy of JPG McFly, who was at Spider-Man booth and Street Level Hero and Ninja Funk, which is a musical thingamajiggy duo, whatever. And yeah, he asked me if I'd review this, so I'm reviewing it. I'm not being compensated or anything. My opinion's my own, but I did get to read it for free. So there is that. It's also final order cutoff this week, maybe today, tomorrow, depending on when I get this review out. It's kind of late for the trade paperback. So go hit up your LCS if you're interested in ordering it and tell me you want it. It's Whatnot Publishing. It's a collects issues 1 through 4. It's written by Steve Schuett and JPG McFly and Cannon. I don't know. I think it's Steve Schuett. Sorry, not sure the first name. And Cannon, and then Alex Regal's the artist. It's watercolor art throughout, and it collects the first 4 issues. And there's extra material at the back that has some character design stuff and character background info and some of the world building info. And yeah, it's about this world that is out of harmony, and this band of misfits is trying to set it right with the last seed of marijuana. It's a unique story. It's not going to be for everybody. Some of this really kind of is going to depend upon your love of music and your knowledge of especially house music and DJing and stuff. And if you don't have that, you might be a little lost or not get all the jokes, because I know I don't get them all, and it's just not my genre. There are hidden things throughout where you can like scan a QR code and listen to some music that the Ninja Funk produced, and that's kind of fun. I did like the tracks I listened to. I didn't listen to all of them because I was busy reading, and I got distracted by the soundtrack while reading, so I turned it off on quiet mode because I'm a delicate flower, and I read delicately and flowerly. Yeah, and it's the first original IP that Whatnot Publishing has put out, and it's interesting. I like the character designs quite a bit. I'm not sure if Alex Regal came up with the designs or not, but there's a TV head to JPG McFly, a Wolfgang, a cat with which I thought were robot arms, but apparently they're gloves, and then there's Laser Wolf, which is arguably the main protagonist, and he's got a wolf head helmet thingy. It's pretty interesting. This book does throw you right into the action, and there's some good and the bad about that. You're not going to be bored with a lot of backstory, but I do think a little bit of backstory in the beginning would have been helpful, and a little bit of setup, other than like there's a couple sentences that kind of just say, hey, this is what's going on, and then it just chucks you in. And yeah, you get introduced to the heroes and the bad guys, and it's kind of jumps around a bit, which is good and bad. The good, I mean, you're gonna like get through this quickly, and it's gonna be a fun read as far as action and excitement goes. And yeah, it's a weird hero's journey because if you solve everything in the first issue, there's not much of a thing. So obviously that does not happen. The pacing is a little strange at times, but it's a fun adventure. It's not taking itself super seriously, even though it's like a mission to save the world and save humanity from bad music. BAD, but it's an acronym. I don't know what the hell it stands for. I don't think they ever explained it, or if they did, I missed it. And the Skillix and Dipshout or Dipshit. Dipshow, and Queen Bad and Ludo Thrasher. There's a bunch of archetypical bad guys that sort of get explained in here too. It's some of that is a little unclear, and I do think that like having maybe another pass or another go at this and another like do over where everything's not just explained in the back matter of the book would have been helpful, because like you read this all and then you're like, and then at the very end you get the that's what they mean by the power set, and that's what they mean by the characters, and that's what's going on. So I think some of that being a little bit more introduced into the story would have been helpful from the get-go. But yeah, you're not going to find another book like this, that's for sure. Alex's watercolors are pretty great. There are panels where the action gets a little confusing, but it mostly happens in a sequence of action events where it's frenetic enough action that you don't really need to know all the details. There are like key events that do happen in action panels that I think could have been expressed a little bit more clearly. Like there's the character without spoiling a whole lot, loses their arm, and it happens in a panel, but it's not really emphasized in the panel, and so like you're kind of like playing catch up a couple panels later as far as some of that goes. But that's not the biggest quibble in the world. I do think for a first outing and for a first effort, it's a pretty decent book. There's cat shit jokes that just I don't get, and there are like I'm not a cat guy, and I don't have a cat, and the cat's never crapped on my shoes. And there are references to fashion and stuff that are just not in my wheelhouse. But if you're looking for a entertaining, unique, world-building, fun book, I think Ninja Funk's worth giving it a go. I don't know what it's going to cost. I don't know any details. I didn't do any research, people. I just got the free PDF, and I said, yeah, I'll review it. And then I realized, oh, I got real busy, and this is my first chance to actually talk about it. So if you've read any of it, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to buy it, yeah, go hit up your LCS. That's local comic shop for you noobs out there. And get your order in, I think, probably by Monday at the latest, this Monday. And this is coming out on June 3rd. So get to your comic shop today if you can. Sorry, this is late. Like, real life and work got in the way. And, yeah, there's that. Well, yeah, like I said, will this book be for everybody? Oh, definitely not. But is it a fun enough romp that I think it's worth checking out? Yeah. If your LCS carries it, whatnot stuff, you can always go find like an additional, like a single issue and flip through it and see if what you think. But I'm guessing it's going to be a fairly friendly priced trade paperback, so, go give it a whirl. And, or just go to that Spider-Man booth on whatnot, or that SpiderManBooth.com, probably will carry it. And JPD doesn't want me to tell you that, but it'll happen. So that's about all I got. Don't be a dick, even if you don't understand anything musical, and, you went out drinking last night, and that's your excuse for being late with this whole thing. See ya.